Hey YouTube, this is Dolph, back again, um, and this is day 8 of my carnivore diet. Interesting day today. So, um, the first 7 days of my diet, I didn't really, might be a little bit personal, but if you're going to be following this diet, you should probably know this. But didn't really go to the bathroom all too much the first week. Um, so last night late, my body decided that it was time to start with the trots. I'll put it that way. And I ended up having the trots all night long. Uh, um, and that is normal, actually. I'm not exactly sure of the science behind the mechanism of why that actually happens, but it happens to most people that I've seen who are starting this diet. They go through a period at the beginning um, uh, where they've got the trots. So that's one thing that if you're starting this diet, you should probably be prepared for. Um, One thing that helped me with that was I use these Preparation H wipes. They're like a wet wipe, and I'm using them for my hemorrhoid. But they have aloe and witch hazel in them, which prevents pain, and you can do a lot of dabbing instead of wiping, because wiping is what really, really hurts. After a while of going to the bathroom so many times, that's a little trick for anyone new to ulcerative colitis as well. Is to dab and not to wipe. Uh, that I think is pretty important. Anyway, my progress for today. I know I just posted a video last night, and um, but I woke up this morning about half a pound lighter than yesterday. So, if you had seen my first video, I had a really bad diet, and now I have basically the opposite of a bad diet. So I'm losing weight pretty quickly. And I forgot to mention that I'm only 5'6". When I say that I started out at 180 pounds, uh, that 180 pounds looks really awful on me at 5'6". Like, I'm supposed to weigh around 130 is probably where I want to sit. So I'm like 40 or 50 pounds overweight right now. Um, so I started out at 180, and now this morning I weighed 171. Um, and so the progress continues. And remember, if you're having like this diarrhea, like kind of like crazy, like all night, like I stayed at home from work. Like that's how bad my diarrhea was. Um, but if you're having this crazy diarrhea, make sure you're drinking a lot of water, because a lot of what goes in is just going to end up coming out. I didn't take any of my vitamins today. I take several vitamins to help with this, just so I don't get depleted. And that's one thing that I left out of my video yesterday, so maybe I'll include that right now. So the vitamins I take a multivitamin, turmeric, and ashwagandha first thing in the morning. Um, and then I only eat once a day as well, so I do OMAD. So I eat at 6 p.m. every day, so I do a 24-hour fast, and then I eat at 6. And with my meal at 6, I take a B complex, and I take cod liver oil and my omega-3s with my food. And then right before I go to bed, I take 12,500 international units of D3, 400 milligrams magnesium, 25 milligrams zinc, 200 milligrams of coenzyme Q10, and 125 microgram of K2. So I take those all right before I go to bed. So I take a decent amount of supplements throughout the day, just so I don't, just so I can, I'm sure to get everything that I need. I hope. So I haven't noticed anything crazy over the past bit of doing this diet and the keto before. Um, so that works for me. Um, and yeah, this whole all night diarrhea thing just left me pretty ruined, energy wise. This is probably the biggest slump in energy that I've had since the diet started, and it's definitely because the diarrhea and um, probably losing a lot of my water. Um, so I've had my meal today. I ate it early because I was pretty hungry. But today I had a pound of my carnivore ground beef, which is chuck, rib, um, and brisket. I figured that out from the last video. So it was a pound of that, and I also had 4 over medium eggs. And I still have a ton of that beef left, actually, so I'm probably going to have that as a snack later and finish that off. And that'll top me out at about 1,400 calories for the day, and plus my water. So tomorrow I should be looking at a little bit of a deficit if I get there. And maybe even with laying in bed all day, weigh a little bit less on the scale tomorrow. And tomorrow, I want to say this as well. Tomorrow is my wife and I's 7-year wedding anniversary. So I've been with my wife for 11 years, and tomorrow is our 7-year wedding anniversary. So we got married June 8th, 2018, which I think Sunday is the actual day, but we're going to celebrate tomorrow. We're going, we've had this plan for like 2 months. So we're going, how do I put it? So where I live, a little bit out of town, about an hour away from us, in the boonies, on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere, is one of the best top restaurants in my entire country. Which is crazy. I live in Canada, and the restaurant that we're going to is literally like a house in the middle of nowhere, and it's listed all over places as being one of the top 100 restaurants in Canada, which is pretty crazy. So we've had this plan to go check this place out, so we're gonna go tomorrow and do that. And then we're going to go to the beach for a little while, and then we're going to go to another restaurant down the street, which is like one of the top pizza restaurants in the entire province I live in. So what I'm saying basically is tomorrow is my first cheat day. I am going to cheat on my carnivore diet tomorrow. And I kind of want to talk about why it's important that cheat days should be a thing, and that they're also important. For one thing that you're going to hear, and I actually agree to this too, I wouldn't do this unless it was a special occasion, actually, because I think I'm a little bit early in my diet to be cheating on it. I really would have liked to get like 90 days in before I did anything like this, but this is a special occasion, and I'm gonna do it. I've already decided. I'm preparing my stomach and preparing for maybe that diarrhea to come back a little bit, but hey, that's okay. I will sacrifice 1 or 2 days comfort so that me and my wife can have a pretty cool date night and do something that we've been wanting to do for a little while. That to me, I can justify in my own mind and feel good and fine about doing that. I don't mind that much. I'll be back on the diet. I've come way too far for one day to like mess me up. And think about it. You lose 10 pounds over a month. You're not gonna gain even 1 pound back from two minor little cheat meals. I plan to have a little breakfast sandwich and like 2 pieces of pizza. Um, I'll be fine. So I think it's important to be able to be mature enough in your diet to be able to have cheat days like this and keep going afterwards. Now, this isn't something that works with smoking or for drinking. That I've heard. I am not a drinker. I've never been a drinker, but I follow some drinkers, and a lot of smokers, me included. If I'm quitting, I can't have it. Like I tapered to get off smokes. Um, so I'm off smokes for 15 days now. If I had one smoke right now, I would be back on smokes. I can't do the whole like I'll just have one thing. Like that does not work. For drinkers, I hear this doesn't work either. They have the one drink and then it's just downhill from there. Like it doesn't work. I don't think it's the same thing for a carnivore diet. I'm gonna have this cheat meal. Probably feel terrible. I'm gonna almost guarantee I will. And then I will be spooked off any cheats for the next little while. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go the next 90 days without any cheats. That's my ultimate goal. Um, I'm also taking a break from the vitamins today, just because I don't think they'd be as effective because I've just been pooping so much. To be frank, you should be taking a day off of your vitamins every week anyway. Um, I can't remember where I read it, but I read that some doctors said that you should take a day off a week, um, or like a month off a year kind of thing, or what it'll equate to being a month off a year from your vitamins, and let your body kind of absorb what's there, piss out some excess and whatnot, and keep it flowing with the water and all that. And I'm curious. I don't think these videos are going to get enough views to have any comments for maybe a little while. And that's fine. That's not really why I'm doing it. I just, if anyone's interested in this, that's totally cool. If they're not, that's also cool. But I can't even remember my question anymore anyway. So, yeah. Uh, I'm just going to kind of stay the course for the rest of the night. Drink water. I'm going to watch Return of the King. I don't know if you can see that, but one of my favorite movies. And I'm just going to chill out for the night and wait for this diarrhea to recover. It's the weekend now, so going to go to the beach tomorrow. Going to go for a hike on Sunday. And then hopefully the diarrhea will have all been gone. And then back at work strong on Monday. So, yeah. I'll probably see if I can post maybe tomorrow night. But again, if any comments happen to come in, happy to answer any questions. And yeah, if you want to talk about anything, just leave me a message or a comment, and yeah, we'll do it. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.